Welcome to the J.R. Hendrick Texan Consort, the podcast that deals with the early life of yours truly. And now, narrating is Jimmy. 1 a.m. Eastern. Jim had a fight yesterday afternoon with Betsy. And so he had gone partying with Greg Sanders most of the night. And, surprise, surprise, Laurel Roby. Tapping the numbers of the combination to the mansion on the keypad, he walks in with Laurel and motions to Eddie, the night security guard, that it's all right for her to be with him. Still feeling inebriated, Jim motions for Esther, the night butler, to get him some coffee. He sits down in the front lounge to watch some TV. 3 a.m. Eastern. Jim is watching CNN News, keeping up on the latest things. He is mindful that Laurel is asleep upstairs in a spare bedroom. 3 a.m. Central. Elizabeth wakes up with stomach cramps and reaches for her tonic. She then turns on some country music videos. Yesterday, she had gone to the doctor and found out that she could be on a 13-week remission from cancer. That meant she could take a vacation or two with her son Thomas. 5 a.m. Eastern. Laurel wakes up and heads downstairs to find Jim in the mansion library, typing a letter to Bernard Britley. You so want to get away from it all. That's what I'm thinking, Jim said. That's why, middle of next week, you are going to be taking a few weeks off from work to come to Texas with me. We're going to see my son. He's up off in college at Texas Tech University. I have another boy named Kyle. Now, he's a cowboy after my own heart. Now, JR, my firstborn, he's kind of a sophisticated young college boy. But Kyle, he's most like me. "5 a.m. Central. JR wakes up feeling troubled from yesterday's encounter with his father, asking him if he was doing good. So he takes out his King James Bible and starts reading. This morning, he was having breakfast with his grandmother. 6:30 a.m. Jim and Laurel arrive at the airport to the chartered plane that would take them to Miami. 6:50 a.m. The plane carrying Jim and Laurel departs from Washington International Airport, bound for Miami International Airport. 7 a.m. JR is having breakfast with his grandmother. Fried eggs, biscuits, sausage patties, and orange juice. What have you got going on today, Elizabeth asked. Well, I have to work about 5 hours at the Center for Public Affairs, writing some press releases. And then I'm going to take a break, maybe study at the library for a few hours. And then I have a dinner date with Jennifer Bowers at the college. So it's going to be a full day. No doubt, Betsy said. Hey, I spoke to the doctor. He says I'm going to be in remission most of the summer. That means I'm going to be on a few vacations while you're up there with your internship in D.C. Interesting, Gerald said. "3 p.m. Eastern. After some deliberations in Miami, Jim and Laurel arrived at the mansion of Robert Guzman, who was currently staying at the Apollo nightclub in Tampa, near his with his mistress, who was also owning the nightclub. Mrs. Guzman was away in Orlando on business until the 12th, when both she and her husband would arrive at the mansion. But the servants were there to look after Jim and Laurel. 3 p.m. Central. Darren picks up J.R. from the Center for Public Affairs to take him to the library to study. 4:45 p.m. Jennifer Bowers picks up J.R. at the library to take him to Mass Communications 101. Hey, you seem well, J.R., Jennifer said. You know, it's hard for me to believe. The semester's almost over and I'm not going to enjoy the break we have from each other. Let's not think about us for a while. Think about it. You and I will both have wonderful internships, and your internship in D.C. will open your mind and be an eye-opener for you. I think that's a great idea, Gerald said. 5 p.m. Central. At MassCom 101, J.R. and Jennifer are attending the last meeting of the semester of the Texas Tech Public Relations Student Society of America, where pizza is being served. It's a wonderful meeting for all. 7 p.m. Eastern. Jim and Laurel are relaxing poolside at the Guzman indoor-outdoor pool. They're sipping on pina coladas and enjoying their lengthy tryst together. A wonderful time for their particular romance, since they would be in Miami for another few days. Hope you enjoy listening to the J.R. Hendrick Texting Consort. If you like what you hear, please subscribe, become a part of the adventure. It's J.R. Hendrick saying until next time, take care and get ready for the rest of the story. God bless you. Y'all take care now, you hear?